We fell in love with this pickup camper because of the big back door that opens completely, but after doing a research, the back door is a bit problematic.
Hopefully, this is the last time that we have to go to the hardware store to buy things, because the long-awaited aluminum plate is here in Finland. It took 2.5 months to get aluminum plate that is wide enough, so 1.6 meters. All the aluminum plates normally they are 1.5. We have a 1 hour 15-minute drive to town from our plot, so we are middle of nowhere for sure. But we like it. We come once a week maybe, supply run to the grocery store and hardware store. Truck is not behaving that well on the road when you don't have the truck bed there or the camper, because there's no weight and this is rear wheel drive while we are driving in a tarmac, so the back will bounce in every bounce, like go in the air, so you always need some kind of weight there. And now when we put the 2 pallets there, it's enough. It's so much calmer and so much better to drive. Yeah, the pallets are there so we can fit the aluminum plate between those pallets. This road we have a 1 hour drive, just a small country road, curvy one. Tässä mä tuotan.
From the town, and now we do the scariest part. We start demolishing our back wall, and the sky is looking a bit dark. Okay, Joni just took the window out. But look, this open concept. We are saying goodbye to this because non-leaky house is the most important thing.
Yeah, the frame of the door is completely shattered, so we should need rebuild everything. The frame, what is attached to the camper, and also the door frame completely. Yeah, these are completely rotten and they are rusted, so there's nothing to be saved. We should start from the beginning, and it's too much job, so we're gonna just block it and that's it. Tää on 3 sekunnin homma perhetään niitti. Yes. Tappe. Also, we got our aluminum plate here safely on our flatbed, and fin foam insulation that we're gonna use on that part of the wall. Yeah. I just have to disassemble this and then start preparing the gluing. Actually, Sara is already preparing there, removing the old caulk and old puttils that were on that door. I'm not afraid of microplastics in my food because I get plenty of microplastic while renovating kotilo. Yeah, most of the frame is now cleaned, as you can see. So after we have cleaned it, we can actually start gluing the plate on. So now all the surfaces are prepared. First I took this toffee bit and removed all the gunk surrounding the door frame. Then Sarah used a diesel to get rid of all the glue that is there or residues of any grease or something. 10 normal dishwashing liquid and last IPA. If you want to remove all the grease that is there, IPA, the best thing ever. Cleanses everything and prepares the surfaces for gluing. Now starts the most scary part of the install. So we're gonna glue the aluminum plate there. For that we are using Sika's 554. This is good glue for gluing big surfaces like that. Then we have a waterproof rivets. So these are aluminum rivets. Then the whole part is like it's closed. So there ain't possibility to get water inside. That's why, because it's raining a lot in Finland, so we don't want any water going inside through our rivets. Should be straightforward. Usually these things are not, so fingers crossed.
Tiedätsäkin siitä?
Joo, mä pidän tästä.
Ota. Tuosta kovettamista.
Ehkä se olisi tuotunut. Yes, we got the plate on and Sarah is holding it. You know those movies where women get stuck.
Those movies?
Those movies. I don't know if I even put those rivets there because it feels so good only with the glue. Because there's inside there's 7.5 centimeters of place where the glue is. We can decide it later because it seems like it's keeping it still only with the glue. So Sarah will be stuck here for 30 minutes. But now it's covered. We will wait until the glue is dried and then tomorrow maybe we will start painting. And because it's a bare aluminum, you have to prime it first and then put the same paint as there is everywhere else on the camper. Yeah, this was the last big project. Feels so good. Like we are on the starting line to our next trip. Yeah, next trip we will go south. We don't know where, east or west. Mitä iistimpää sitä siistimpää. The more east, the more nice it is. I think there is a translation. I don't know if we are 1 year away or 2 years away, because this summer in Finland was so great. So maybe it's just a 1 year trip this time. We don't know. We travel with unknown destinations and unknown timetables. It's the best. No timetables. Just the gluing time. Half an hour Sarah have to stand there. That is our timetable. Only timetable. Next day and 1 IPA later. It's almost as hard as it gets, and I have prepared all the surfaces for painting. First we need to prime this aluminium so we can paint it over. The glue, we have 0.35 square meters of glue around it, so it can last 700 kilos of sheer power to take it out. 700 kilos. I can barely lift 100 kilos from the ground, so it's 7 times more that this will last. So we are not going to use those rivets at all. We take some rivets with us to our trips, so if this for some reason gets off or loose, we will use 10 rivets and re-glue it. But now it looks like, and I counted that it doesn't need any rivets, because there's no like forces twisting this. This is completely like a steady wall that is there. So next thing will be priming it. Yeah, I was hoping that we would get everything ready today. Maybe it is that we get everything ready today, but now it's priming time. So I'm using this kind of this aluminum metal primer in a spray can. 2 coats, and then you can paint with this metal paint. And for the insulation of the walls, we're gonna use thin foam. I think every country has their own like brands that make those insulation boards. But this is 40mm thin foam, which I cut with this old frame, so it's easy to just follow the lines and get it right in the first time. If you are making this and you have 1mm aluminium, if you have any air caps between the insulation and the aluminium, there will be these bubbles. It's really ugly. So if you ever see a bubbles in a fixed motorhome or truck camper or anything, you know that it's not well glued there. You can use polyurethane glue. I think that is which the professional use, and add it with the brush. So there's an even amount of polyurethane glue there, and then they stick there. So there's 0 air bubbles. It's really hard to get it right, like having 0 bubbles when you are doing it like here on the field. When they make it in the factory, it's always perfect because they have these machines that will press it down like perfectly balanced, and the glue that they add is perfectly added there. So yeah, every time when you make your own, it's always a little bit bubbly. I hope we can get it 0 bubbly, because we bought 2mm aluminum plate, and that was one of the reasons why we bought 2mm aluminum plate rather than 1mm, which all other walls are, because it's stiff enough that there's no bubbles.
Again, stuck.
We're using two-tone, I think 60 seconds, so in a 1 minute time it's already sticking, and in 3 minutes time it's totally hardened. You have to be fast. 1 minute is a short time when you are applying this kind of foam. Joo, ihan malas saakka. No ja sitten voi painaa paikalla. Otetaan tänne se isompi sauma, niin tää on helpompi sitä vaahtoa. Joo. Nyt tää taas tälle. Tuossa siellä. Mä heilun tästä.
Ei se enää heilu.
Yes. Mä voin pitää enemmän ylhäällä. Yes. Last pieces. A little update about our electrical system. So we installed 5 kWh lithium battery in the start of the summer, and 2 solar panels on the roof of the camper. And we have been living off-grid ever since. We haven't moved. We haven't had any electricity through our car or generator or anything, and using power tools the whole summer. And still we have, I think, 60% left of the battery capacity. We have been editing videos a lot. I have been doing some studying on the summertime. So everything has been covered through that battery. And we have been off-grid for the past months. Yeah, it's a great feeling because we already are off-grid even without the DC-DC charging while driving. So we can make sure that during these years to come we will be off-grid. Yeah, best feeling ever, being self-reliant on electricity at least. In here on our plot, self-reliant also on the firewood. We have water here. We could grow potatoes if we wanted. Yeah, this is a good start. Yeah, and it's really good to have an inverter so you can use any power tool you got. Yeah, not welding. We don't have that big inverter, but still, like different kind of saws and drills and those kind of things you can use through inverter. But great feeling. And we are getting ready. Next wall piece coming up. The wall is painted, so we can install it the wall and maybe install the window also today, because sun is still up there. It's not even evening time. Well, we started in the morning time just after the morning coffee, but we want to get this done. Yes.
That's stress.
Yes, fast leaps. Let's go see where we put the window. So the window was here. It was 5 centimeters from the upper cabinets, but we want to have a little bit higher, because when you were sitting here, my head was here and the window was here, so I had to always do like this. So that 5 centimeters that we can get more to put it higher, it makes a difference. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start putting a hole here, or at least a little bit sketching where it will be installed. Somewhere here.
Good morning, another day, and the project just continues. The wall looks amazing, so it hasn't slipped from its place. And now we are just starting to cut the hole where we place the window. New holes, always scary.
Yes. We are doing quite many measurements before we start drilling and sawing the plate, because we have edited this plate for 9 weeks, so we don't want to fuck up this thing.
Scary. No matter how many holes you cut in your camper, it's always super scary. Especially this 600 euro aluminium plate. We cannot buy a new one and wait another 9 weeks. Nope.
It feels like whenever you are filming and talking about doing something, they go wrong. I hopefully this is not that case. Wish me luck. Measure twice and cut once. Oh, just cut. Because we have a so thick insulation, we have to always saw from outside and after that from the inside. And you can feel that this is well insulated. In a van, in the morning sun, when the first morning sun hit our van, in some places back of our van where the bed was, it felt like we were in a tent. With this, it doesn't feel anything, it's just normal. So the insulation really works in Bimobils, for sure. Ota koppia 5 ylöspäin.
Onko se 5 kierrosta vai 5 ratasta vai?
5 kierrosta, aina puhutaan kierrosta. Joo, meillä on ihan loppu, että ota 10 täältä. Joo, me nostellaan nyt tää kyyti nyt tuohon autokyytiin ja huomenna lähdetään sitten sinne Imatran suuntaan. Kai siinä, kyllä mä olisiko 2 maissa, 1 maissa. Joo, käydään kaupassa sitten. Joo, tää on aika pelottavaa. Hyvä. Joo, moi.
Voihan mekin käy kaupassa.
Katsotaan sitten huomassa. Saa kantaa. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nyt taitaa mennä tästä.
Meneekö tuuks täältä kanssa?
Mä otan tästä näin juu suoraan. Noin.
Mut meneekö takaa?
Tähän ei saa osua.
Niin se takavalo tää osuu tuohon.
Joo.
Sitäks mä katon, näet sä noi jalat?
Joo, mä en jalat. Mä en jalat, se on täällä.
Mä tein näin.
Yeah, we did it as a team! Now it's almost there. Actually, it's just sitting where it should be. So now we can lower the camper part. It was much easier than we anticipated because I have a good guidance here with Sarah. But still, it's nerve-wracking. I think next time it will be much less nerve-wracking. Okay, now the camper is attached to the truck, and for the taxation purpose in Finland at least, the camper has to be attached to the truck with the way that you don't need tools. It's basically a plate and a bolt and a hand screw. And then you just screw every corner to the truck. And last, we have to put the license plate on and test the lights that they work. Our butt is quite high. Yeah, air suspension, I just put it on the 3.5 bar. That is the maximum from the Goldschmidt manufacturer that you can use. Pressure on the air suspension while you are driving and when you are here stationary. Stationary, you can actually fill it up to 6 bars, so that's quite a lot. But I think we're gonna use it and leave it on the 3.5 bars, and that's it. It lifts up the butt just enough that it's much easier to drive off-road. It gives also much smoother ride because of the suspension. But still, this is again normal truck, small truck. So when we are driving with the 800 kilo camper on top of it, it's not the best way of driving. It doesn't feel like you are on a normal car driving on a motorway. It feels that you have the camper there. It gives you so much weight, and also with the weight comes that the frame of the van is a little bit like a bouncy. So it's not pleasant when it's uneven roads. We have always planned that we start heading south on the same time that the Nordic stork starts to gather. Now we have seen lots of storks in this area and they are heading south, so we are eagerly waiting the day that we can also go south. Also lingonberry, it starts to grow here, and it's already ripe in some places. That is a bad sign of autumn, or is it a good sign? Maybe bad sign, because we want to be away from Finland before autumn. We want to prolong our summer as long as we want or can, so we can enjoy the Finnish type summer. So plus 20ish in the daytime and plus 10 in the nighttime. That's the best temperatures while you're living in van. You don't have to use a heater at all. You don't need AC at all, and it's just pleasant. Pin on t-shirt when it's windy or the sun goes to the clouds. It's a bit cold, but that is good feeling. When it's always cold, like in Finland in autumn, that is not good. We don't like it, so we escape it to the south. While we are on our plot, it feels really that we are on a vacation from traveling, because on the road we always have to find water, and here it just lays around here. This summer we have renovated our camper the whole summer, but it has been so great place to actually renovate it here in the middle of nowhere, because we have a sauna where we can come to wash ourselves after the work days. Yeah, we call them work days. But we have worked hard and the camper starts to be ready, and it has been pleasant. This summer has been great in Finland. What we heard from Southern Europe and the weathers there, it was too hot. So it was perfect decision to come back to Finland and enjoy summer. Plus 30, plus 25 weathers and summer sun all day long. Also, our plot is forest plot, so we have enough for forest to get our all logs that we need from it. Yeah. I think 100 meters that way, the whole area is ours. So every 4 years or so we will cut down some trees so we can have more firewood. Yeah, it's nice feeling. Now I'm gonna fire up the sauna because I'm sweaty after the work day and enjoy. And nothing goes to waste in here. Yeah. What we have installed today we use as a fire starter in the evening time. Yeah, small sauna so it heats up fast. 50 minutes and we can be there in the sauna. It's great because I used to have a family-owned sauna which took like 45 minutes to 1.5 hours to warm up. Yeah, this is much better. You can just decide to go sauna and then you are already here. So relaxing.
It's almost 80! And no, usually we don't wear towels in a sauna, but now we do because we don't want our channel to be demonetized.
Yeah, it's really great feeling to be in sauna because sauna is the only thing that we have paid on our, outside of Finland. For example, in Poland we rented a cottage to get to the sauna. Yeah, it's so worth it. More worth to rent a cottage than going to camping grounds, especially when there's sauna.